Andre the Giant once drank over 100 beers in a single sitting. The Undertaker has a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Stone Cold Steve Austin's real name is Steve Anderson. The Rock's grandfather was also a professional wrestler. Ric Flair has survived a plane crash. John Cena holds the record for most Make-A-Wish wishes granted. Kane is a certified insurance agent. Randy Orton served in the U.S. Marine Corps but was dishonorably discharged. Vince McMahon once wrestled God in a storyline. Triple H's real name is Paul Levesque. Mick Foley has written multiple best-selling books. Hulk Hogan was almost the face of Metallica before James Hetfield. CM Punk is also a comic book writer. Bret Hart is a trained cartoonist. Shawn Michaels once posed for Playgirl magazine. The Ultimate Warrior legally changed his name to Warrior. Brock Lesnar tried out for the NFL in 2004. The Big Show has a degree in communications. Chris Jericho has a band called Fozzy. Edge studied radio broadcasting. Lita was a roadie for a band before wrestling. Batista is part Filipino and Greek. Sasha Banks is Snoop Dogg's cousin. The Miz was on MTV's Real World before WWE. Roman Reigns played football at Georgia Tech. Goldberg was once in WCW's Power Plant. Rey Mysterio started wrestling at age 14. Trish Stratus is a certified yoga instructor. AJ Styles has never wrestled for WWE Developmental. Kevin Owens learned English from watching WWE. Sami Zayn is of Syrian descent. Asuka was a video game journalist. Shinsuke Nakamura practices surfing. Rob Van Dam holds a black belt in karate. Jeff Hardy is also a musician and painter. Matt Hardy created the Broken character himself. Daniel Bryan is a vegan and environmentalist. Bray Wyatt is the son of wrestler IRS. Alexa Bliss is a former bodybuilder. Charlotte Flair is a former volleyball player. Becky Lynch studied acting in New York. Ronda Rousey won an Olympic bronze medal in judo. Kurt Angle won an Olympic gold medal with a broken neck. Booker T once served prison time. Taz was one of the shortest ECW world champions. Raven has a psychology degree. Al Snow trained with martial artist Billy Robinson. DDP started wrestling at age 35. Sting never signed a full-time WWE contract until 2014. Scott Steiner has a degree in education. Dean Ambrose is now known as Jon Moxley in AEW. Cody Rhodes once used the Stardust persona. Dusty Rhodes was called the American Dream. Ted DiBiase was actually ordained as a minister. Jake Roberts helped mentor Diamond Dallas Page. Rick Rude once appeared on WWE and WCW the same night. Owen Hart died during a live pay-per-view. The British Bulldog was part of the Hart family. Billy Gunn was a real rodeo cowboy. Road Dogg is part of the Armstrong wrestling family. Chyna was the first woman in the Royal Rumble. Mae Young wrestled in 9 different decades. Fabulous Moolah held her title for 28 years. Ivory worked as a trainer on Tough Enough. Molly Holly paid for Beth Phoenix's training. Gail Kim is a former stunt double. Mickie James is a country music singer. Victoria owns a wrestling-themed restaurant. Natalya holds the record for most women's matches in WWE. Bayley once attended college for psychology. Naomi was a backup dancer for Flo Rida. Bianca Belair was an all-American track athlete. Rhea Ripley is the first female Australian WWE champ. Io Shirai was a top star in Japan before WWE. Toni Storm started wrestling at age 13. Shayna Baszler was part of the MMA Four Horsewomen. Sonya Deville is the first openly gay female wrestler in WWE. Paige became champion at age 21. Eva Marie has a degree in business management. Lana studied acting at Florida State University. Zelina Vega is a big anime fan. Nikki Bella is a certified real estate agent. Brie Bella is a trained yoga teacher. Stephanie McMahon once modeled in fitness magazines. Linda McMahon served in the U.S. government. Shane McMahon is a trained stuntman. Pat Patterson created the Royal Rumble match. Gerald Briscoe was an amateur wrestling champion. Jim Ross was once VP of Talent Relations. Michael Cole was a war correspondent before wrestling. Corey Graves had to retire early due to concussions. Byron Saxton was on the original NXT. Todd Grisham later worked for ESPN. Jonathan Coachman worked for both WWE and ESPN. Renee Paquette was WWE's first full-time female commentator. Lillian Garcia is also a professional singer. Howard Finkel was the first WWE employee ever hired. Mean Gene Okerlund did karaoke on WWE shows. Joey Styles once called an entire ECW PPV solo. Paul Heyman once managed a nightclub before wrestling.